And with that, the time is hit 0. You know what that means. It's time for a JCG live stream. So let's get to our session map. Hopefully we got things going here. I think, my fucking... this is my bloody thing. I can't do any better with this. Alright. Alright, let's go.
Wait, the guy, one of the...
I think Brownie's here.
Wait, is it the one where he pours golden liquid down the prince's head?
I joined at the right timing, apparently.
Spoilers for those who
We were talking about Game of Thrones
right now.
Ah, you were talking about Game of Thrones.
Pretty much.
The Game of Thrones. Anyway, what is up, guys? It's Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, charging you with joy with our live session of Dungeons and Dragons. This is Perception Check. You must have rolled pretty high to find our quiet little stream. I'm sticking with that as the catchphrase for the opening, and deal with it.
I wasn't complaining.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, so... Anywho, I am Brownie, your Dungeon Master for tonight. And joining us, we have our intrepid team of adventurers who are here. Now, sadly, we are without Will tonight, as he has currently got some plans, but hopefully he'll be able to join us at another time. But until then, we got the same ragtag crew as you know and love them. At least I hope you love them. Anyway, we have Moonraven.
Hi.
We have Delancey.
Hello.
We have Aeon.
Hiya.
We've got Chopper.
Yo.
We've got Heidi, who's basically on quiet end due to personal problems at the moment.
Just to let you guys know, I will be talking whenever I'm given the chance or when I feel is necessary, but for the most part, I will remain muted. So sorry about that, folks. But in an hour, roughly, is when I'm able to fully rage with myself again. So be prepared for loudness.
Yeah, I would. Guess what? I would like to rage.
It's very, it's very nice to meet you.
What? Ah, wait. Is that a third female voice? That's right, guys. Back again is Caitlin.
I'm not.
Yes, finally we can finally continue with that.
Caitlin, how you doing?
I get tired.
Aww. Can we all have a group hug live on stream? Hashtag group hug.
Yeah, if you can wait about 12 hours, I could probably fly there.
I said hashtag group hug. Can't really.
Whatever.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. I managed to get names up now. I had to shrink my border. All right. So since it's the beginning of a session, we know exactly what we have to do. So Chopper, what do we have to play right now?
The waiting game.
No, this.
D&D.
No. The music.
Recap.
So remember, the music always starts it off. So Solomon plays.
Yeah, you also got to remember that I don't remember that stuff.
Poor Baba. Anywho, let's get on with our last episode recap. So, the land of Manu exists with turmoil, and right now, our team is on their way to Helix. But, along the way, the team came across the mighty wizard known as Zermus, and decided to set up a lovely little rest area while waiting for Goldie, who had snuck off to go visit Marco back at the caster. After
I wish I had rolled higher.
After quite a easy fight for the team managed to vanquish and rest up very, very quickly, and with some rather lucky hunting skills on Aeon and some bad luck skills on Will, the team had quite a nice feast. But
No, wait, I thought Mugbear was the one who did.
Wait, was it? Oh yeah, it was Mugbeard. Sorry, I must forgot. Yeah, sorry. That's why I said I had the. I'll shut up.
Wait, what?
Never mind, I messed up. Anyway, moving on. So after a pleasant restful night, when the team awoke and to discuss their next plans, they realized that time was not quite on their side when they saw two guards coming from the city of Helix carrying some survivors found out that one of the walls had been fully breached and the insects had begun to swarm. Whilst
You had one job, guys. Get to here.
Yeah, because of all our infighting.
Anyway,
Yeah, because of all the infighting.
let the DM
Shut
finish.
Sorry.
Thank you. Otherwise, we won't get anywhere. So, as the team found out, they made their decision to get in their cart and to head off to Helix as fast as they could. But before they could leave, it seems Chopper came down with a sudden case of paralysis, and with some very bad luck, ended up falling flat and basically paralyzed for a good majority of a few hours. At this point, Chopper was loaded into the At this point, Magnus was loaded into the cart, and the team were making their way to Helix. But we're gonna go back a couple of hours, and this is where our story begins, as we're going to go back to Goldie for a while. So, Goldie, you're up first, because we gotta catch up with you. So, we're actually gonna go back a couple of hours. To be precise, we're gonna go back to the yesterday afternoon.
So we haven't launched the bird yet.
At this point, by what we're going to go through, you guys were just approaching the area where you met Zermus.
All right.
At this point, Goldie, you arrive back at the caster, riding on the white horse that you managed to sneak away with from the cart, leaving the team kind of slow paced.
I prefer the word borrowed.
I'm hoping borrowed. But at this point, you arrive back at the caster. The weather is a slightly misty sort of afternoon. It's sort of turned a bit foggy, but it's not fog as in like you can't see. It's sort of just turning a bit on the misty side of things. Just for the recollection, it's a different weather pattern at the minute from this area than it was where you met Zermus. Just as a heads up there. So,
Okay.
Goldie, you arrive at the front of the caster, galloping on the horse. The horse is kind of tired at this point because you have been galloping non-stop. But as you arrive towards the entrance, the two familiar guards that you saw, one holding the axe and the other holding the sword, look up at you, and they prepare their weapons for a brief moment because of your sudden entrance. But at this point, they begin to lower and they go, "Oh, it's the Dragonborn again."
Oh, it's the guards again.
Well, we haven't got much to do, Missy. So, what are you doing back here?
Here to meet up with a friend and to, well, get some information, really.
Could I ask who the friend in question is?
He's nothing special, really. He's quite rough looking, really. I don't think you would know him.
The two guards look at each other and look back. Well, concerning your team paid for a entrance bit, we could let you back through, but as per the deal that was made, it will cost you to step into the caster. You have to understand that was the deal I believe we made with your, they look at each other. Team? Group? What's the best way to describe this? But either way, it is going to be 1 gold to come inside.
Oh, Zillion, I hate you with a passion right now.
I told you!
Coo. The better fit in.
Pigeon!
1 gold, right?
Yes.
Well, it could be worse. Here.
That bird is back.
Chopper's enemy, the meta pigeon.
It will be killed one of these days.
You do that, there's no story. Alright. So,
I was gonna randomly throw a dagger at that bird one day. It's gonna hit.
Alright, so you pay the gold to the guard with the axe as he pulls out his hand. He then calls back to the other guard who walks up to the door. And with a slight knock, but this time a different form of knocking that was done differently. You actually hear the knock this time, kind of like this. And at that point, the gates slowly open. And there, on the other side, you see, at the distance that you have, a familiar face. You see the owner of the caster, aka Villas. He still stood there in the slight fancy suit. He looks back at you and goes, "Ah, the dragon! Welcome back to the caster. I'm honestly surprised. I mean, the last I saw someone of your team, the bard went off. Is the bard all right?"
He'll probably be fine. Probably singing a few songs to some peasants or whatever he's doing. But he's probably fine.
At this moment, I'm probably dying of exhaustion.
At the moment, yes, you're pretty much still.
Yeah,
you're
pretty much,
exhausted
yeah.
at this point. So what are you doing, Goldie?
I was told by our lovely bard that a friend of ours had visit here. I believe he's staying.
You see Villas just look over at with a very shy eye line. He sort of looks at the pair, and he can sort of see that the taller of the two figures is sort of looking a little bit on this sort of nervous end. It's like he can recognize the voice, and at this point he slowly walks forward, clutching the hand of the smaller figure that is just around the corner and comes into view of the entrance. His eyes go wide as he looks up at you. Goldie!
Ah, Marco! Nice to see you here.
Was that little token gonna move?
Yeah, sorry, that's why I was asking what you're doing, Goldie. Are you staying outside?
Alright. No, I hate this. I have to rate my fucking movements.
You mean you could tell me and I'll move you as well, just as the heads up.
Oh wait, wait, is my character
Yeah,
here?
you should have your character on the view there. Let me just double check I've given you.
Fuck, I didn't even realize.
Sorry. Looks like I didn't give you the. Okay, there we go. Should be able to move now.
Alright, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's not my fault there. Alright.
So where will Marco be?
So right now, I'd say Marco will be, if I can get up my, let me look up my, beloved little thing here. I swear I had a, I swear I had a thing here. God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please hold.
Motherfucking! Alright, you know what, for now, oh yeah, okay, so let's just do it this way. Okay, so I'd say right now he is about here. He can sort of hear the voice, well, he was there, but right now he's about here, should I say.
Alright.
And Villas
I didn't even realize my thingy was here. I'm just gonna move here.
Okay, so right now you're in front of Villas, just as the head's up there.
Oh, Villas. Oh, fuck. No, I want to be.
You're the next square to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're right in front of him technically. I would put the figures there, but unfortunately, I seem to have lost my figures, which is annoying. Actually, do I still have the?
No, my.
Okay,
my
yeah,
action
there we go. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
That's the best I got right now. So we'll have that for the minute to sort of symbolize that, and I'll just use a makeshift token for Villas.
Alright.
Okay, so, he sort of looks up at you for a moment, and he sort of goes a little nervous. He then just looks back and goes, Goldie, I can explain.
Really? You can explain? Because from what I've seen, you left without saying a single word to any of us. Especially when the Black Pen is out there wanting to kill you. I thought of the worst, but no. Here you are. Happily relaxing, drinking all the ale you can have, and what's worse, you didn't even send me a letter to say if you're okay.
you not get the letter that I left, though?
I did, but you... It would have been better if you could have just told me yourself where you were, and... Or heck, even... Or even send me a letter to say if you were fine. Instead, you just send this letter saying that you had to go.
He sort of just goes nervous for a little bit and goes, It's not like that. He just looks up. He just looks away for a brief moment and looks back at you, sort of nervously. It's not easy after everything that's happened. I mean, he sort of paces a little bit, and there, as he's sort of pacing around a little bit, you can sort of see the small girl that you saved from the crossroads earlier. You see little Annabelle there. She's sort of looking a little bit tense as she looks up at the situation. She does look up at you, Goldie, for a brief moment and just sort of gives a nod of acknowledgement. But she does seem a little timid by this sudden escalation of, instead of seeing a friend, it's more like it's scolding, so she sort of gets a little bit nervous. Marco, at this point, he's sort of pacing a bit, and he looks back at you and goes, I wanted to find a way that I could truly pay you back. I felt like if I just came up and just said thank you for everything and then disappeared off, it wouldn't have resonated with me. I had to do the right thing, and I felt that if I did it this way, it probably would have been better if I thought of a way to truly help you. I wanted to find a way to help you. I wanted to pay back the kindness. I wanted to pay back the night that we all had, watching those two drunkheads get pissed off of ale for the longest time, to listen to the songs of that bard and enjoy the conversations with small Trilly, and pay you back for, giving me at least a lease of life, and at least making sure I was okay after what Voro did. I didn't want to really just stay and go, I need to go off, because you probably would have convinced me to stay, and that probably would have been a lot worse for me. And I just couldn't. And you just see him just sort of just sigh heavily and then look down for a brief moment. He just goes quiet at that point.
I stayed silent for a few minutes, and then I make it look like I'm about to punch him in the face, but instead I just hug him tightly.
Okay. So just as he sort of watches you prepare you to punch, he sort of braces himself, and you see Villas sort of just raising his hand in quick succession, almost like to stop you. But then you then sort of go straight for the hug and just hold him tightly. And everyone just suddenly just gasps a bit at the sight. More Marco at this point, knowing the fact that when he thought he was going to be hurt for what he did, he just felt this sense of warmth. And he just sort of just gives you a hug back, and he just sort of just says gently, I'm sorry that I worried all of you.
Well, I'm just glad nothing bad happened to you. And hey, you look like you're doing really well. Nice sword you got there as well.
He just sort of looks down and goes, oh, this? Yeah, it was a gift from Titanus. He sort of said it was best if I used this if I really needed it.
Well, the way things are going, I say, yeah, that was a good call.
He sort of looks at Mose and just smiles at you for a brief moment. And then you see Annabelle just sort of look up and goes, so, you don't hate Mr. Marco, Mrs. Dragon?
Of course not.
That's good.
I mean, yeah, what he did was probably really, really stupid. But hey, at least he's safe.
Yeah. So, I heard you guys were going off to Helix. I'm honestly surprised you did come back for little old me, though, but... I mean, I'm only here for a while. I mean, he sort of stumbles a bit because he's not sure if he should really say exactly what he's going to be doing afterwards.
Well, from the looks of your gear, I say you're not going out sightseeing. So where are you going?
Make a persuasion check.
Fuck's that.
I told you
Really,
you weren't getting.
dude?
I told you weren't getting this easy.
Persuasion.
Welcome back, Caitlin.
Let me zoom in, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you know what I find funny about this?
What?
We all have the names of our characters, and Caitlin's the only one who doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. Caitlin's the only one who doesn't have it on Roll20.
I don't know how.
We'll sort that. We'll sort that afterwards and such.
Okay.
Wait, it's persuasion, isn't
Yes,
it?
make a persuasion check.
Oh, actually, that's good because I have. Oh, fuck's sakes! How do I do this again?
/roll.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
The fuck?
It's been a while here, hasn't it?
It's been so long.
I'm not going to start belting that out for the record, and I know you tried to.
I know.
I tried so hard, I got so far.
Look at Bach.
Not the song I was thinking of, but that works too.
Alright, yes.
What song you're thinking of?
Give me. Oh my god.
So,
Ever seen Fast and Furious 7?
Alright, for some reason, all of your icons are sort of blocking the dice roller, so I have to move it down a bit so I can see the thing.
They're not blocking me.
Well, it's blocking me. No, computer, don't you dare.
hello, thank you. Natural 20!
Oh,
Nice!
really?
Well, you just threw a wrench
First
in
day
his
back and
plan.
she's already hit the lucky streak.
So, altogether, that's 24.
Yeah.
Might as well try it on my end. Let's see if he'll
No.
go against it.
Really,
I
really?
don't have a chance for the screenplay.
That's 8.
What did you get?
That's 17 plus 5. That's 22. Damn it!
So close, yet so far, bitch!
But in the end, her roll was truly higher. Alright. Marco just sort of tenses a bit, and then he sighs heavily. Alright. But promise me this stays with you, and you alone. If you want to tell the others, do it when you meet up with them, okay?
Didn't he technically tell me?
You didn't ask.
Well, I know he was planning on leaving.
Yeah, but he's being more resistant to Goldie because of, their bond and such, so that's kind of why.
Okay.
Arrow.
Right.
That's what this is about.
Alright, one moment. I'm just going to get the next song. Sorry, 1 second. Is this the one I was looking for? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, sorry, I just had to do that. He just looks up and goes, I'm guessing Zelion kinda told you, huh?
Did Leon tell me?
Zelion, did you mention that he was...
I mentioned that he was. I did mention that he wasn't going to be That he wasn't going to be staying long. That he had to get somewhere.
He mentioned that you weren't gonna stay long, so I'm assuming you're going somewhere.
He nods slowly and then looks back at you. Yeah, I'm actually on my way to Costico.
Costico. Hey, isn't this where the little girl will need to go?
That's correct. And that's sort of why I took to stick here. The plan originally was that I'd talk to Zelion to speak to you guys, and if you guys wanted to come and say your goodbyes, see how I was doing, you guys would come back, or if all else fails, if you wanted to come back and, help with taking Annabelle here to Costico, then you guys would. Otherwise, if you didn't come in a certain amount of time, I'd I take her with me to Costico and just drop her off there before I make my next journey.
Well, looks like I'm going with you then.
Wait,
What?
you're wanting
What?
you're wanting to come with me? But what about the others? I mean, surely Helix is going to be in trouble still.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the four of them can manage it.
Yeah,
I mean,
she does
I'm
know.
just a cleric after all. I'm not good at fighting, just healing. You, on the other hand, well, how many healing potions do you have there, mate?
He sort of looks at his bag and just pulls out this. I have 3, if that's anything to go on.
Gave Annabelle one of mine. I gave Annabelle mine.
Okay, so technically there's 4 amongst them, yeah. You see Annabelle just sort of clenching the one sort of briefly in a pocket. Goldie, make a perception check, please.
Oh god. You're just enjoying this.
Of course
Well,
I am! I'm DM!
Come on, dude.
We've got fun and games.
Come on, dude. Give me a lucky 20. Give me a
What?
lucky 20.
Oh!
Oh!
18. Okay.
I'm doing fucking well.
So as you are doing pretty good actually. Alright, so as you look over at Annabelle and see the extra potion, and just as you make out the maths that they got 4 amongst them, you see in Annabelle's hand as well, where the health potion is, you see that she's also clenching hold of a small handkerchief.
Wait, where did the handkerchief come from?
Well, you don't know because Zelion didn't tell you.
Zillion, I hate you. You keep keeping things from me.
I made a promise.
Cool.
Well. That's a nice handkerchief you got there, sweetie. Where'd you get it from?
She sort of tenses up briefly at that point, and she just sort of tries to put it away. It was given by my dad. We got it from Helix.
Listen, Marco. I know that Helix is in danger, but you also need to go to Castico with a little girl, and out there are, well, let's just say, some very unpleasant creatures waiting on every corner. And I know that you might be and I have no idea how good you are with that sword, but I highly doubt you can take them all on by yourself. You need someone to come with you.
He sort of thinks about it for the moment and looks back. I guess the healing would help, but I'll let you come with me to Costico, but I ask for one thing in return, and just one thing.
Don't worry. I'll promise I'll go back to the others.
Yeah, if you would. I mean, I'm not saying I don't appreciate the help, for the record. I mean, I'm honored. Truly, I am. But I think concerning that those bugs could break down that wall at any point, they probably could use the help, or if not them, some of the citizens. They probably could use it.
Don't worry, I'll be there. Once I finish taking Annabelle to Castico and making sure that you don't die along the way, then I'll be right back for the others, and hopefully they might have already taken care of some pesky insects.
You see Villas at this point sort of give a sort of happy clap at this point and goes, "Oh, this is truly a magnificent sight. This honestly is quite noble of you. The fact that you, young Dragonborn, would come all the way back just to make sure of this Oh, it warms my heart. Seriously, may I ask, young dragon, what is your name again, sorry?
My name's Golden Heart, but you can just call me Goldie for short.
Goldie. Never in my life would I ever see the day that I would be touched by a dragon's kindness. I'm honestly quite speechless. Just know this. If you are going that way, if you're planning to take the crossroads, I happen to know that there's a shortcut that you could take.
A shortcut?
Yes, if you make your way back to the crossroads and you walk down the path as if you're going to Costico, normally you have to take a little road down there, and you have to take it through the got my notes here, sorry. You have to take it through the Vassala Mountains. It's a small
Vassala Mountains.
Yes, the Vassala Mountains. It would normally take you a bit of a trek there, but there is a beaten down path that you can take. It does make the trip a little easier, but there may be a risk that you might be attacked. But it does get you in half the time. You need to take the Blackstone Path, as it is nicknamed. It's nicknamed that because the stones you find in it are coal.
Would you be able to write this down on a map? If that'll be okay.
Do you have one on you?
Please, tell me I have a map, dude.
I don't think anybody bought one. Just to clarify, did anyone actually buy a map yet, or has got one?
No.
But
I mean,
No, I just been winging it.
Oh dear.
I'm only asking because I'm probably gonna forget most of this shit.
Yeah, remember I have -1 intelligence. That's
Let's see. Wasn't there a store where you bought food and supplies that you could have bought something else, maybe?
I didn't know they had a map.
No, I'm not talking to you.
are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh my god. Really?
I didn't know I didn't know that they sold maps.
No one asked.
motherfucker.
Guys, next town we are buying a map. Alright?
I'm also buying an amulet or something that gives me magic resistance.
Anyway, you actually see Marco.
They exist, right?
I'll have to look into that for you.
Thank you. If they exist, I'm buying one.
I'll see what I can do for you. Marco,
after I buy the kegs.
Marco at this point, he goes, I should have known your group would be like this. So, I actually have a little preparation. I can't give this, but I think it's the beast I could do. And he pulls out the map, and there on the map, you actually see, for the first time ever, you see the whole layout of the land that you have before you. Not just of Monu, though. You actually see the other islands of this enchanted world. You happen to have the land. You see 2 other islands on your map, and if you want to write these down if you wish to, there is the island of Dalto, which is the 2nd biggest island, and Mortis, which is the 3rd biggest island. At this point, you actually see that he's drawn what looks. You then see Velas pull out a small bit of coal that he had in his pocket. He was going to use it for fires and things, and you just see him draw a faint mark just around the edge of where you see the mountain area that he mentioned. If you take this path, you should be able to get there quick. I can't guarantee your safety, but I think it's the least I should do because of your kindness.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I think this will help a lot.
Marco then looks up at you and then looks back at Annabelle. Looks like we're going a little quicker than expected. Are you ready to go? Annabelle just sort of tenses up a little bit and then she just smiles softly. And you see her push the handkerchief just back into it, and she sort of clenches it just briefly by the... You can just see in the pocket of her dress. She then pulls her hand out, and you see there's nothing there. And she just looks back at all of you and just nods slowly. Okay. Are we going right now? I mean, it's nearly dark. Marco looks back at you and goes, well, I mean, I'm up for getting there as quick as possible, but since you wish to come with, we best do this as a group effort, so what do you want to do?
Decisions. Fucking decisions. It's more... I say that we stop here for but as soon as at first light we get going. I don't want, after all, there's a lot more danger lurking in the darkness, and I prefer not to put Annabelle at risk.
The egg owl flies over the cast at this point.
Cool. You then see Marco just sort of nod there and goes, alright, sounds good. That should give me just enough time, I think.
Plus, I can imagine Zillion and Magnus will probably punch my lights out if anything happened to her.
You know it.
You sense a disturbance in the force.
I volunteer as tribute.
A second better pigeon. Alright. Okay. So in which case, if you go... So that's what you want to do. You want to take a rest up and go in the morning. Is that what you want to do, Goldie?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, you see that the guards on the outside, they close the doors after Villis sort of nods and says the command, obviously, to close the doors. At this point, the evening rolls in. About 2 hours later, the night sort of settles down, and just as it's coming close to the nighttime, you actually hear a slight noise off in the distance, which to you sounds like a loud thunder. You hear what sounds like a... It's just really quiet, but it just sort of just echoes just briefly. It's really faint, and it doesn't really attract much attention, as if to say there's a thunderstorm or anything coming.
Can I do would it be perception or...
Make a nature or survival check.
Probably don't have the right...
Don't worry, everyone. You'll get your turn after this, I promise.
I'm not having nature, that's for sure.
Alright, well, as I say, survival or nature, your check.
Because nature, I have -1.
Ooh. I'm glad I said the choice. 12. You at least can tell that it's not thunder, but without getting closer to hear the exact sort of noise exactly, you can't really tell exactly what it is, but you can at least tell it's not thunder.
Is it close by?
No. It's a good distance away, but you can just about sort of hear it very faintly.
Maybe I should keep watch for a bit.
Okay. Well, you see that everyone sort of begins to settle down. You see Annabelle sort of just settling down and just settle down on the log. You see Marco just sort of smile at the sight of Annabelle. He looks up at you and goes, "You'll take your first watch, then I take it?"
Yep. I feel like I slept quite a lot lately, so this will do me good.
Okay. Well, at this point, just as you're about to recommend, you see Velis just sort of come back up, and he sort of goes, "If I may intrude, I promise you that." Sorry, I'm just moving the people just over here. So we got Marco, who's moved over here. Villas at this point is sort of about here. I'd say because of this, Annabelle is sort of sleeping on this log here.
I'll probably be here.
Okay, that's fair enough. You see Bellis raise his hand and goes, I promise you, my guards are keeping a very close eye on this area. You have nothing to fear. If you wish to sleep, you may sleep, and my guards will be happy to keep obliged.
No, I prefer to stay up anyway. Best be safe than sorry, you know?
Very well. I appreciate your commitment to making sure everything is safe, but I do promise you, if you wish to sleep, you have my word that nothing will go wrong. I promise you. Anyway.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, dude.
And at this point, Villas sort of goes off to, I haven't drawn it in, but he has like a makeshift sort of shack, sort of mini house sort of around here. I didn't get a chance to draw it in yet because I just forgot about it. But at this point, you see Marco looking up and goes, oh, I've been traveling for kind of a little bit, so if you don't mind, I think I'm probably going to get some shut-eye too, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Alright. Oh, and Goldie?
Yeah?
Thanks for caring and for not knocking my lights out.
Oh, don't worry. I was tempted, but I didn't want to upset the little girl.
Maybe I should keep the little girl with me so you don't suck me next time.
Yeah. Good night, Marco.
Good night, Dragon. At this point, you then see him sort of slowly settle down, and he just begins to sort of drift off to sleep. After about an hour, they're both fully asleep. If you wish, I'll allow you to make a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm making a perception check, because I ain't taking any chances, dudes.
Okay. Welcome to the Goldie Show.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's probably better. It's probably better we do all this to get everyone caught up, because that's the best way to do this, because for all they know, everyone thinks Goldie's dead. 15, okay. You look around, and with the light area that you see from the cinders of the flame, and the few torches that are scattered around on the outside, the inside of the wooden fences, and the sound of the nearby sort of nightlife outside of the fences, you don't sense any large imminent threats. You do see the doors fully closed up, and you can briefly hear sort of the guards. You can hear, for what you hear, you do hear that one of them is sleeping, but the other one just sort of goes, another day, another shift. Why does it have to be my turn to be first? Stupid parchment paper shears. And you just see him sort of muttering. He sort of mutters to himself, but then sort of calls out just briefly, just quiet, and just goes, all clear! And at this point, you then hear the sound of them talking, sounding like they're sort of swapping shifts. So basically, there's no threats. I promise you, nothing.
I better get some rest as well. If I'm gonna face any more of those stupid dogs, then I need to concentrate.
Okay. So you then go to the log that is free, and you slowly settle down against it, and you just begin to slowly calm yourself. For the sake of time, I'll say that obviously nothing happens. You've taken a long rest, so if you haven't taken one, you can have one now, Caitlin.
Yay! My firepower back.
Hooray! Alright. So at this point, the morning comes up, and you actually get slightly stirred in the sleep by Villas, who sort of gives you the gentle shove. Miss Dragon.
Yes, I'm up.
Sorry, I just had to make sure you were awake. Your friend and the young girl, they've been waiting for you to wake up.
Oh, fucking! How long was I asleep?
I would say you did get the 8 hours sleep. Right now, it's about nearly about 9 o'clock in the morning. The two have basically been up since about 7:30.
Oh, for God's sakes! Could have woke me up sooner.
Well, they said it was best to let you get some sleep. You did make your way here. At this point, you actually look over and you can actually see Annabelle is actually stroking the horse that you were on. The guards actually had brought in your horse during the night because you left it outside.
Whoops.
And and it sort of just looks after it and goes, morning, dragon.
Morning. Whoops, I forgot that. I forgot about the horse. Good job, I'm not an animal person.
You need to take better care of it. You never know what could happen.
That's true. If like, would you like to ride the horse?
Sure. I'd love to. Oh. Dell, I've just glanced on Discord! The meta pigeon! Dell has drawn the meta pigeon! Wait, is that pigeon wearing a top hat? Or a bowler hat?
It's a bowler hat.
What?
What? Where's the pigeon?
Look on Discord! Look on Discord!
Which Discord?
Our group chat. Look at our group chat. Dell's on camera with the frickin' pigeon.
Hello.
Oh, God.
I'm in my bed currently because you didn't need me yet. Yeah. Oh, side note, NASA InSight landed.
Hooray!
We landed another probe on Mars.
I'll
Actually going to be drilling into it.
Sorry, I'll post a picture of that later if everyone wants to see it. But anyway,
Damn it, I missed it.
it's all right. Okay. So at this point, I'll say for the basics of time, you load up Annabelle onto the horse. Marco sort of comes up to this and just look up, and in a sense of time, basically they actually lead out. Villa sort of gives you a wave goodbye, and as you leave, the guards sort of do the standard sort of salute and pound the weapons to the ground, sort of giving you a fond farewell. And Marco, taking the reins of the horse, gently walks down the side of the horse. And at this point, you two begin to travel your way back to Costico.
So no, guys, have fun in Helix.
Oh no, we're still going with you. There's a bit more still to go.
Oh, by the way, guys, I am so sorry if this is boring or...
No, it's fine. I guess we pull this back up. My god, the change of comparison. I need to fix this. Oh boy, I feel old looking at this. Alright, so at this point, you make your way slowly back to the crossroads. As you approach after about... Based on the slow travel, you guys take about 4 hours to sort of get here. As you approach this area, you can see the slight stains of blood that are still here from your battle with the gnolls just a couple of days ago. As you approach the area, though, you see Annabelle slowly beginning to get nervous, and she slowly starts to breathe heavily.
She's still on the horse.
She's still on the horse, yes. Only just, though. In fact, hold on a second. She's actually going to make a check. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
At this point, you see that she begins to ventilate a bit more. And she actually then sort of just goes, "No. Daddy."
Oh no.
Oh, God.
She slowly begins to cry, and she actually falls forward a bit onto the horse, sort of burying her head into the hair on the back of the neck.
Oh.
She actually rolled a natural 1.
Damn it!
And you see that she slowly begins to sort of gasp and panic a bit in her state of trying to sort of get her breath back. You see Marco slowly sort of just trying to pet and try to calm down. What do you wish to do?
crit right in the my field.
Well, hand it to the team and do something. Oh, I'm glad to know this is working.
Okay. I'm gonna comfort her.
Okay. How do you wish to comfort?
I don't know. I'm not good at this shit.
Okay, I gotta put the proper one on.
You playing music?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Anyone who knows where this is from, congratulations. You're a weeboo. Alright, anyway.
Sweetie, it's okay. He would want. Just think, he's in a better place, and just know that we took care of those really mean dogs for you, and your daddy would want you to be strong, okay?
You then see Marco just sort of just look over silently. He's not sure what to say in this scenario because he's never really been one to be on the comfort end. And plus he left it to you concerning that you comforted him, so he wanted to sort of leave it to you. He then sort of looks up at you briefly and then back up at Annabelle and goes, "She's right. Just, you need to be strong. I know it's hard, but we just have to take a few feet and we can get past this, okay?" You see her just slowly look up and just sort of sniffle and slowly take a large, deep breath. She then looks back up and then just nods and goes, "Let's go. Quickly, please."
Of course.
Okay.
I want to go at fast speed, please.
Okay. So as you begin to pull the horse, it slowly begins to pick up the pace, and Marco is just sort of holding on to Annabelle's hand at this point, trying to keep her in check. As you guys walk through, you actually see, as you guys walk past, you actually still see on the signpost, on the back of the sign, there is the sword that is still there. And as you guys walk past, she sort of just looks at the sword accidentally and just tenses up. But then she begins to compose herself as you guys make your way down the path to Costico. That could have gone a lot worse, for the record. I actually did a secret roll during the whole thing, for the record.
What was the roll?
I will tell you later. Alright, so for now, I'm actually going to go back to this one, so we are going to have to get rid of some of these. Oh my god, what have you done to my map? Alright, so for the moment, I'm just going to do this for now. We'll come back to this in a bit.
It's still not our turn.
Yeah, not yet. I promise you guys are coming up after this bit. I promise.
I'm sorry.
Does that give me enough time to go downstairs and get some meat?
Go ahead.
Didn't we leave the beer tent?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to experience more technical difficulties. Please help.
Alright, anyway. Okay. At this point, I'll say we'll just use this for now. So, in the basis of time, you guys make your way down the path to Costico. As you guys are approaching down, you guys obviously get a glimpse of the large mountainous region that was mentioned to you earlier. As you approach, you do see, based on the fact of the information you got from Villas, you look to the left-hand side, and just as he mentioned, a couple of feet off the path, there is what looks like a small, thin path that is dotted with black rocks.
This must be the path.
Looks like it. Come on, let's go. So
So far this has been easy.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it stays easy. That's all I can say. I really do not want to use this. He looks down and just pats the hilt of his sword, and then looks back over. So I'm surprised you haven't asked exactly what my plan is yet, Goldie.
Oh wait, what did he say?
He asked, he's surprised you haven't asked exactly why he's going to Costco yet.
Well, you seem to want to keep it a secret, but since we're traveling together, and why not tell me to pass the time?
It would help. Well, to tell the truth, I've actually been given a secret task.
A secret task? Ooh, doesn't that make you special?
It does. Especially when it was Titanus who gave me it.
So what was the task? Or is it too secret to let me know?
Well, hold on a second. I'm going to make a roll. What timing for the music to end at that point? Alright. He sort of looks over and goes, "Okay, I'll tell you because I know this. Titanus actually gave me a lead to check up on."
I'm gonna assume it involves the black pen.
It does. Basically what happened is the night when I left, me and Titanus started talking. Just before we ended up sort of turning in for the night, Titanus received a knock on his door. It was a messenger. The messenger came from a port town called Arbasta, which is actually on the island of Dalto. According to them, they had weird reports of cloaked figures trying to cause up some revolution of all things, talking about how the end is nigh and the breath of flame beasts eternal will come to sweep this land and purge all things that belong to the life of gods. It caused a bit of a stir.
Yep, sounds about right. That definitely does sound like the black pen. Depressing, overdramatic. They really need to get some good fashion. I mean, seriously, black? What a drab color.
Yeah, well, what can you do? But besides their fashion sense, I don't think you can mock them concerning what they can do. But anyway, there's one thing that they mentioned. They mentioned a name, and based on the fact of what they said, it caused Titanus to go a little crazy. Apparently, he mentioned something about the name Strongfelt.
Doesn't ring any bells to me.
Well, it apparently caused something to stir in Titanus. He asked me to go and check this place out, but of course, it's on the other side of the ocean, so he sort of hooked me up with some money to purchase a boat ticket to make my way there. He asked me to sort of keep the whole thing a secret because, of course, not to sound rude, you guys all would come, but if you guys all came, chances are, the more the numbers, the more I'd likely get discovered.
That's fine. Plus, we're on our own missions. I mean, I need to find this feather guy. We need to find some dragons. We need to save Helix from some insects. We all have our daily jobs.
That is true. Still, though, I'm trying to think what the Strongfelt could be. I mean, could be a person. Could be the name of one of these shards that you guys are after. Could even be the name of one of the members of the pen. I honestly don't know much, and neither does Titanus. That's essentially why I'm going off and doing this.
So why did Titanus act, as you put it, crazy once hearing that name?
I'm not sure. But something caused a stir within him. He asked me to keep it a secret because apparently if the name came up, it always caused a stir. Because when we got the message, we read it over a few times. And every time the name Strongfelt was named, he tensed up. But but I don't know why.
Didn't you ask him?
I tried, but he just couldn't find the words to say. He just went silent. He just stood there in another, literally like another gaze. Like he was scared of it.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised that Titanus might be, well, I wouldn't say hiding something, but yeah, hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think he'd be hiding something. Maybe he just is unsure about something. But,
What do you think about all this?
I mean, if I had to guess, it's most likely a person. But that's just me. But the fact he acts scared, it sounds like it would be a name that strikes fear, but the fact he acted like he didn't even know that name to begin with before this happened, that's the weird part. I'm sure we'll figure out something, but all I ask is just, for now, try to keep this information as hush as possible. If that name gets around, then who knows what that could cause. It could cause attraction, or it could cause fear, depending on what goes on. So, just try to keep it as quiet as you can, okay?
Don't worry, I will.
Okay.
But I would like to ask a favor from you.
And what's that?
You mentioned the dragon shards, right?
Yes.
Well, if the Black Pen is, well, going around the different islands, and if you happen to, well, if they do have one of the dragon shards where you are going, I would like it if you could message me. Well, we're trying to collect all the shards, and it would be best if we could get all of them, and so they don't fall into into the wrong hands again.
Make a persuasion check. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no whammies.
What are you hoping for?
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
It depends on what you consider a whammy.
7.
That's a way.
Yeah, that is a whammy. That's what you don't want. You ever played that game?
Wait. Is this only for battle? Can I use this special thing that you give to people where they can roll again?
The inspiration die.
Yeah.
If you still have one, yes.
I think I do.
If you want to use it, then go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, roll again then. But this is the roll you have to take.
Alright. We need the dragon shards.
We'll see if the inspiration works.
Ha!
23!
Dang.
Well, now.
Wow, that worked! Alright. At this point, you see him just look up, and without even hesitation, he nods and goes, okay, I'll get a message to you and to Titanus and the others, and we'll try to get this. I'll get this as fast as I can. Whether I hand deliver it myself or I get somebody to deliver it, either way, I'll make sure this gets to you guys.
No, I do not want you to get it. I want, because that'll be too. You'll be putting yourself in grave danger. These shards are very powerful, and no doubt the guys who are using these shards are just as powerful. You'll just be getting yourself killed. Just simply, if you do hear any rumors or any information on these shards, just let me know.
Okay. I'll try to get it as fast as I can, but if you don't hear from me, try not to worry too much, okay? Until there's a message that says I'm dead, I'm not gonna die so easily, so I promise I'll get any information I can to you guys, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So as you guys are finishing up the route, you guys do finish the route in basically half the time. So as you guys approach the entrance, you approach over the hill, and for the sake of this, I was ready with this one. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello
Whoa!
to Costico.
Holy crap! It looks beautiful.
Yep. So
Wow.
so basically, to basically putting it blunt, you, Caitlin, are coming up from up here. So as you basically make your way down this path, you come off the coal area that is basically about a mile away from the other side of where the mountain pass is. And as you basically crop back to the path and make your way up this hill area, you see Costico standing before you. You can feel that salty air as it hits you right in the face. You can feel the wind gently blow for you pushing the breeze against you, and there you see Annabelle just looking up and go, "Wow, it's just like Daddy always said."
Wow. It's quite nice, actually.
Surprise, bitches. By the way, for the record, I had this map ready ever since the Knoll attack.
Oh my god.
So I had this ready for a while. Anyway, Marco looks up.
It looks beautiful.
Glad you liked it. So Marco looks up and basically with a gentle smile, he looks back and goes, "Don't worry, kid. Just lead the way. And we'll take it from there." At this point, Marco looks back over at you and basically smiles and goes, "Thanks a lot for the company."
It's no worries. I didn't want you to get yourself killed again.
Gee, it's like, I need to die again like so much I need a hole in the head. Wait, forget that last bit. He didn't mean to make that joke, but at this point he sort of sighs and he helps Annabelle gently off the horse. I'll take the kid to grandma's. I need you.
Yeah.
Hold on, someone was smacking keys. What was that?
Yeah, basically, Marco said he's going to take the kid to the grandma's, which Annabelle actually tells you that the grandma's place that she was going to is here. Just for the record. Just to mention that. So basically, if you want to put it down on notes, 4th from the left is probably the way you could write it if you want to write that down. That's if you want to.
Alright.
At this point, he looks over and says, "Well, you better take the horse and get back. I mean, chances are, I'd rather you came back and saw the group all happy and alive rather than all and, dead."
Are you implying something?
I have a few revival spells. If they manage to get themselves killed, one twirl of my finger and I can bring them back to life.
Then you better do so, Goldie. At this point... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
At this point, you see Annabelle just come up and she sort of bows gently at you and basically with a smile goes, "Thank you."
No problem, sweetie. I'm just happy you're finally home to where you're safe and sound.
Yes. If anything, I can at least know that I can tell Daddy tonight that I'll be fine. And with that, she sort of comes up and gives you a gentle hug, sort of around as much of your body as she possibly can despite her size. Could you give this hug to Zelion as well? He kept me company, and just tell him thank you as well.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he'll be jumping to joy to hear that. Especially when it's coming from me.
Marco at this point sort of chuckles a little. "Well, you better get going. You better get there before the sun sets, otherwise things might get a little hectic."
I don't know. Might sightsee a bit. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. Might get some potions. Maybe a map.
Alright, at this, well, Marco then sort of, you actually see Annabelle at this point. She puts her hand in the pocket and hands you basically the health potion she had. Zelion said that I could use this if anything was to trouble before I got here. Could you take this back to him?
Of course. I will give it as soon as I see him. I'll give it straight to him.
She sort of gives you this gentle smile. Thank you. And with that, Annabelle begins to walk forward, and Marco sort of walks a bit forward at this point. Take care, dragon. The next time I see you, we'll have a drink.
And hopefully this time, we won't have to carry two drunken idiots around.
Well, if we drink so much, we might end up with more, so let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I look forward to seeing that.
Alright.
Take care.
And with that, he begins to walk forward with Annabelle in hand. She sort of looks over and gives a gentle wave and then continues on down the path. There are a few people who are looking over and looking at this dragonborn by the side of the horse that are kind of whispering, sort of like they can't believe that they've seen a dragon. But at this point, I'd say, well, you obviously got the health potion of Annabelle. Are you still wanting to buy a map?
No, I was pretty much just joking.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, I figured I'd bring it up just in case. Alright, so what do you wish to do? Are you going to make your way back, or are you going to stick around?
I'm going to make my way back before Marcus becomes paralyzed forever.
Magnus, and you don't even know, and you don't know that.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, cool. You don't know. Cool. All right. So you hop on the horse. I'm guessing.
Yes.
All right. You hop on the horse, and so with that, you snap the reins. You turn around, and with a quick burst of speed, you dash off in the opposite direction, making your way back to the team. Now, at this point, we're gonna go to the team. Hello, team. You're alive.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Barely.
Hello.
I'm eating,
okay.
sorry.
So, Caitlin, I can say right now, you can take a break. You can relax now.
You don't mind if I head off?
Are you actually wanting to head off? Are you wanting to head off?
Because I have work in the morning.
No, that's fine. I'll say this. If you want to stick around, you stick. If you want to go, you can go. That's by perfectly means go with whichever way you want to go.
I better go because I think my
Wait! The Raven didn't even. Raven didn't even reach Lily yet.
That's true. But the Raven. Remember the Raven we launched?
Yeah. Don't worry. I know. I haven't forgotten.
What's the Raven?
Wait. That means Costco's within the Raven's range.
Maybe.
No,
Son of a.
Maybe not.
Well,
no, the Raven doesn't have that flight time.
Yeah. Not to mention, you guys haven't visited Costco, so it has to visit a place you have been.
Fuck.
So unless you start going to Costco, you can't send it there. So right now, the bird is still on its way to the caster.
Yep. I swear to God, that whatever the fuck his name is.
Best case scenario, the bird craps out at the caster and turns back.
Maybe. All right. Okay,
we'll
so
see.
Caitlin, as I say, if you want to get yourself off, you can do. I'll just ask one thing, Caitlin, just before you go. Are you wanting Goldie to take a rest at the caster, or are you wanting her to blitz off to go meet the crew?
I better blitz to meet the crew.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just had to check that so I know where we can go with this. That's all.
Quick question. How would you react if I just decide, rest here, mate?
Well, that would be up to the team, not me. But anyway, so you're going to make your way back to there. Okay, so with that, Caitlin, if you wish to go, you can do.
Alright, and once again, guys, I'm so sorry about that.
No.
No issue at all.
It is best that we get this bit. So now, that bit's out the way, I can scrap that off my list!
Hey.
Anyway, guys, see you later.
See you soon.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.
Try not to die.
Alright.
And by the way, it was really nice to meet you all.
Yeah, it was good to see you again, sis. If anything else, we'll see if we can try and get a proper introduction on the next one.
Alright.
Alright. With Caitlin doing that, so goalie taking there. So now, let's get on with the rest of the team. So, team, at this point, as you guys have made your way to this old abandoned place that you have been told about by the guards, as you make your way there, you actually see the sign, as mentioned here, that this is the ruins of a place called Haltdorn.
Not that I can see it, because aren't I laying face down in the back of the cart?
I don't know. How did the guys position you in the back?
Face down.
Yeah.
I think Trilly would have made sure you're in a comfortable sitting position at least.
Okay.
That much.
Okay. So at this point, as you guys make your way there, you guys look around and you actually see that Zermus is out like a light.
Where's our icons?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I forgot to get your icons up here. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I sort of had them, but not quite. You see, I had it, and then I left it, and then, ah! Oh,
Down.
geez. Oh, yeah, you all can make your own icons. I almost forgot.
Yep.
Yes.
And poor Brownie doesn't have to assign them to you all.
Yeah. Alright, Rogue there, Wizard there, let's see, I think I've got, let's see, who am I missing? Ranger is the last one I'm missing.
Got it.
Yeah, I can't control the one you put out for me, so I just put out my own.
Alright, wait,
We got two warriors.
alright, I'll get rid of the one I
Wait,
put
so
there.
how do I control mine again? Because I can't control.
Let me assign it. Where the hell is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, should be able to control it now. Try move it.
Yay, I can control it now. Yay.
Okay,
I
right.
can't.
So right now, as I mentioned there, you guys pull up in the car, and as you're approaching, you slow down to see the sign. And who's manning the perception, by the way?
Who's manning the perception? What?
Yeah, who's looking out exactly?
Trilly will.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm driving.
All right. Well, Mugbeard rolled a 21. So, Trilly, if you want to make a perception check as well, go ahead. I think Ursula's making a perception as well. Up to you.
I'll let Ursula do it. Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just focusing on the road.
Trilly can be telling one of the famously long halfling stories that essentially takes from one mealtime to another.
Oh, God. Please don't.
Okay, Ursula, if you want to make perception, go ahead. 3. As you're looking around, Ursula, as you're looking around, you can hear the sound of Magnus, who's sort of like, "What's going on? I can't see a thing." And then as you watch as Trilly's adjusting Magnus into a comfortable position, you sort of look over and you just sort of chuckle at the sight of what's going on. As this is going on, Mugbeard, you look over on the left-hand side, and it is a bit of a distance away, but you can actually see the full remains of what looks like a quite burned down house. It's quite big, but you can also see a thin wooden fence that scatters all the way around it.
There's something on the left.
I kind of pull back on the reins and slow the horses to slow the horses to a stop.
Okay, whereabouts do you slow down?
Right. I think right in front of the path to the building.
Okay, so right about here.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I also cannot control my token.
Oh, maybe because there's someone on top of you.
Can you, Trilly, can you...
That's how Trilly's done well with perception. He's climbed over.
Okay, but... Nope, still can't.
Okay,
Can't even...
I got it.
Thank you.
There we go. Should be able to control. Alright, you guys should be able to... Okay, so as you guys slow down, you look and notice the cobblestone path that stands before you to the left. It doesn't look like much, but it looks like it's quite worn away. But from the sight that you can see, though, the house has been burned down quite badly. What looked like it was a single-layer house with, like, multiple rooms. Almost like a quite small mansion or bungalow, I think would be a better terminology. It essentially looks quite badly downed.
Okay, is there any signs of life over there that I can see?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Okay, I'll make a perception plus 3.
Trilly's busy telling Magnus an infamously long halfling story, taking advantage of him being a captive audience.
Kill me!
Look, he's listening so well.
Sure.
Kill me!
Are you sure?
21!
21 from Zelion. Okay. So you look over. You don't see much else of life. However, what you do see briefly, though, with your sight, you do sort of see that there is something caught on the entrance fence post of the right side of the fence. So basically about here. As you look over, you actually notice what looks like a bit of black cloth.
I turn to the group. Wait, you guys wait here. There's something caught on. There's something I want to check out. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. I kind of. Okay, the horses are stopped, right?
Yes, unless you're still moving them.
Nah, I'm not. I kind of put the reins down and hop off the cart for a bit. Won't take me long. And then I just kind of walk to the fence and I go to examine the cloth.
Okay. So when you stop, you get a better look at the area. The area around the house, you can see there are quite a lot of areas that look kind of charred and sort of burnt from what you can see. You do see a lake to the far right-hand side that looks like that would look like it was some kind of either like a large pool or just a large lake that could be for fishing or for gathering up drinking water or even washing clothes if need be. Basically, it's just large and that's all you know. As you look to the cloth, though, you look at it and you can see that it looks like it is a ripped up part of a black robe. The robe looks like it's been ripped off kind of quite largely, but when you look up, you see that it's caught itself on a large nail, and the nail has sort of wedged itself into the cloth. You could say it's basically like a flag that's been attached to the pole, but it doesn't look as, shall we say, flag-like as possible. But I'd say it's about as close as it could be for something that looks natural.
I take the cloth off the fence and I to see what exactly this cloth, like, just to see if there's anything on the cloth or if there's anything significant about it.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation? Oh.
Yes.
3, 11.
11. Right. Okay. As you look over the cloth, though, you can tell it is quite quality made. However, you do get a slight sense you have seen this style of cloth before. But you can't pinpoint exactly where.
Weird. I pocket the cloth and I pocket the cloth.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Let me write this down. Okay. Then I just kind of look around. Then I just kind of look around the area, see if there's anything else here that's worth noting.
Okay.
Like anything important or anything.
Okay. Make an investigation check again, please.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 3.
18. Okay. As you look around sort of the area of the outside of the building, you don't see much that catches your interest. However, as you are looking sort of close to the large pile of rocks to the left, you find what looks like the remains of a book.
I go over to look at the book.
Okay. So when you pick up the book, you see that the cover is a small brown covered book. It's sort of quite made, but you can also see what looks like it's sort of been charred a bit on a few places. You can see that the corner of the cover looks like clean cut off, sort of like a clean slice. And when you look inside the book, you can tell that there have been pages that have been either ripped, burned, or even just literally covered in sort of what looks like mud and bits of things that nature has got. As you look through, though, at the cover, you do see at least one word that looks familiar to you. But you can't, all you see on it is the word Jirai.
Okay, Jirai. How do you? Okay, Jirai. How do you spell that?
Jiri.
Okay, so. Okay, so it's Jir what?
Jiri.
Jirai.
Yes.
And is it the only legible word I can see?
At the moment, I'd say yes, unless you want to clean it up a bit.
I'm gonna clean it up a bit.
Okay. So as you use a bit of your sort of a bit of your clothing to sort of wipe down a bit, you see that the cover of the book has actually a lot more words to it. You actually can see that the title of the book now reads Discovery of Jirai. Okay. And on the bottom of the cover, you see a name. The name that you see on the book is Andine Felix Holtdown.
Andine.
Holtdawn, sorry. Andine Felix Holtdawn.
Done. Okay. Cover? Is that on the cover or in the book?
That's on the cover.
Okay. Interesting. I tucked the book and I closed the book and tuck it into my bag to look at it later.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else of note?
Let's see, you got an 18. As you look around, are you still looking around the outside, by the way?
Yeah, kind of, just looking around.
Okay. As you look around, you don't really see much else of interest.
Okay. I'm gonna take a peek inside. Is it even safe for me to go in?
You can make a nature check.
Okay, roll 1d.
Right. While Zelion is doing this, what's everyone else doing? $13 there. As you glance up at the entrance to this to the place, you do see that the top does look a little bit sort of a bit worn down, but you can still there are some support above it, but there isn't much at the minute. You're not entirely sure whether it is completely safe or completely sturdy.
I'm just gonna poke my head into whatever opening there is available.
Okay.
Be safe.
As you do so, I need you to make an athletics check, please.
Oh shoot. Oh, please do not kill. If I fail this and I die, I'm gonna.
You're rested. You'll be fine. He tells the captain of the Titanic. 5. No. So,
wait. Do I still have inspiration?
Do you have it on D&D Beyond?
Well, yeah. I think you gave us all inspiration at one point.
Then unless if you still got the symbol in your corner, then you can use it. If you don't have the symbol,
I have.
That's what that means.
yes. If the symbol is lit up on there, it means you have an inspiration die. If it's not there, then you don't. So yeah, you have one. You can roll again if you want.
I'm going to roll it.
All right. So you keep this roll, whether it's better or worse. 12. Right.
Yep.
Give me a sec. Oops. One sec. How the fuck? Okay.
It landed on its side, didn't it?
No.
Between
So
two.
as you peer your head inside, you look at what looks like the entrance to a nice formal, sort of, shall we say, hallway or porch or something. Entrance hall, I think, is a great way to put it. Sorry, should I say? And as you peer inside, you see the
Foyer.
Foyer. Thank you. You see what looks like 4 entrances on both. You see 2 entrances on both the sides, but as you peer inside, you fail to notice that the plank of wood that is above the doorway comes down. It got 13, I'm afraid.
Come off it.
No, so that is going to be some damage.
I have an armor class of 13.
13 still hits.
God.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. That's what that roll was. I'm afraid I had to do that to make sure. Unfortunately, you needed a save of 14 to dodge it successfully. Otherwise, the thing would come down and whack you. So it's going to be it's not going to be much. It's going to be a D8.
Okay. Do I roll 1d8?
No. That's my end. This is how much. So
Okay.
you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Crud.
So the piece of wood comes down, and with just a glance up, it whacks you right on the top of the head, and you sort of stumble back from the wood. And as it whacks you and falls on the ground, the sound echoes out almost to the pathway, so everyone else in the cart can also hear this sound of dun, dun, dun.
Ow! What the? Ow! I hold my head in pain, just like, silence! Stupid! Ow!
Alright. Do you still venture inside?
I think okay. I decide that I'm not gonna risk going in there alone, so I turn to the others, and so I turn to the cart, and I'm like, if anybody wants to come this place with me, then I here. Okay. You're coming.
Him! Oh my God, him!
No, you mean her.
I'm sorry, you play her. Yeah, her!
Alright.
Yeah, much relief.
Save me from my suffering!
Okay, so Trilly is going. Mugbeard, what did you just say?
Magnus would want to go.
If you drag me again, I become unparalyzed in the middle of all of that. I'm shoving you into the ground!
Nothing new there.
Oh, come on, Magnus. You've got a rogue and a wizard keeping you company.
You ever seen that Cyanide and Happiness video, like with the lunk, and how you push the guy into the ground? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to you.
I love that. Okay, so is it just Trilly who's going then, or who else is going?
Yeah, Trilly leaves, much to the relief of Magnus, I imagine.
Okay. I see Ursula typing. She says maybe. If you want to go, it's up to you.
Don't worry, Magnus. I'll finish the story when I come back.
Okay, so Ursula goes. Okay, so Truly and Ursula, as you both make your way down the pathway, so if you would go and join up with Zelion, please, who is right here. At the.
Okay. Yep.
Who's right here? Okay.
Okay.
So as you guys approach Zelion, you see that Zelion has his head and his hand literally connected on the top, and you see him gently rubbing the left side of his face.
Ow.
You alright, mate?
I'm fine. Just when we go in there, we need to be careful. There's falling debris in there.
Right.
Okay. So do you guys go inside?
Okay. I'm gonna carefully step inside, just kind of mindful of what's above me.
Okay. Is everyone else going through?
I'm stuck on the cart.
Yep.
I'll protect Magnus.
Well, at
What?
least he's being useful.
Wait, you're doing what now?
I'll protect you.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Ish.
That's about right. All right.
Good news, you're not getting shoved into the ground.
Yet. Oh no,
Yet.
he's getting shoved at the ground. Ish.
I'll only do it halfway up your body.
You'll do it halfling way.
Instead of all the way up to the top of your head.
All right. At this point, the three who choose to enter the sort of one-layered floor, as you guys make your way over the lower the fallen piece of wood, you guys climb over it and you stand in the entrance of this foyer. And from what you can see, the roof has been completely burned away. And there's like bits of wood that would look like it would hold it up still there. It's been sort of charred and damaged and broken and such. You see bits of marble scattered all over the floor, of pure white now covered in black ash. As you guys look around, there are 4 entrances to 4 different rooms that you can see.
All right. So, do you guys want to split up and look into the different rooms, or do you want to just take this one room?
Yes,
at a time?
Scooby-Doo approach.
Okay, I'm asking Trilly and
I was making a joke.
So just to let you know, by the way, guys, the 4 rooms, just to let you know, you have 2 on the left and 2 on the right. You have on the left, just as a heads up, you've got one that still has a door attached. It is a pure red wooden door that looks like it'd be sort of what looks like a redwood color. The other one on the left has the door completely broken off. On the right-hand side, both doors are completely ripped off.
I'll take one of the right-hand side doors.
I'll take. Okay, so which door would that be?
But that you've got either. So you've got. I suppose in another way to put it, there's top left with the door, top right, no door, bottom left, no door, bottom right, no door.
Bottom
Okay.
right, no door.
Okay.
Door?
What's on the left again?
The top left has a red door that's still attached. The other one on the left, which is closer to the entrance, has no door on it. Or rather, the door has been ripped off the hinges.
Okay,
It's on the door.
You're dead. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, in the red door.
Yep.
I guess I'll take the. Okay, so what's the other door that's available?
Top right or bottom left?
Okay, top right is the one with no door, right?
Yes.
Or is it bottom? Okay, and
Basically,
bottom left
the
is.
only one with the door is where Trilly's going.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I'll take. Okay, I'll take the.
Which one?
Top right.
Top right. Okay. So, I'll get my floor plan here. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with Zelion.
Okay.
So Zelion, you make your way to the top right entrance, past the parts of marble on the floor. And as you stand at the entrance, you see before you what looks like the remains of a giant dining hall. You can see that the chairs have been knocked over, that have been slightly damaged and things. Based on what you can see, you see the table that stands that literally is lying still on the floor. It looks like it's barely been touched. However, you do see bits of wood still sitting on top it. From what you do tell, the table is at least about 20 to 30 feet.
Wow.
And as you look, and in fact, make an investigation check. While Zelion is doing that, Ursula, you're next. So Ursula, as you make your way into your entrance, you see before you, goddamn Zelion, 21. I'll get to you. I'll get to you in a minute. Ursula, you stand at the entrance, making your way past the marble on the floor that you see. Not as much marble as what Zelion had to go with, but as you make your way over, you stand at what looks like the entrance to a giant library. You see basically bookshelf on bookshelf scattered almost about as high as sort of near where the roof of the building is, which is approximately about 15 feet from the floor to where the roof would be. And you see books of different styles and colors all scattered, not just on the floor, but mixed on the shelves, sort of fallen over and things. And you do see what looks like a desk with a locked compartment from the entrance, but you don't know at your distance whether it's open or closed.
I'll take one of the books off of the floor and check it out.
Okay. So, in which case, I will need you to make a investigation check, please. So, in fact, before we get to Zelion and such, Trilly, you go with the one with the door, yes?
Yep, can't resist a locked door. Or any door.
Well, you'll be happy to know I need you to make a, I need you to pick the lock, please. I need you to make a sleight of hand check.
Quick question, is it investigation check?
Yes, investigation check.
Thank you.
No worries.
Unfortunately, I got slightly confused. I don't... wrong character, no lockpick.
I mean, you could try and break down the door if you want.
You can use whatever you have available to pick the lock.
Given that the door is locked, Trilly will look slightly put out and then go into the remaining room.
Okay.
I'll see you in a minute.
Alright, that's fine. Alright. So, so Trilly, you make your way into the other doorway. There's only a couple bits of marble as you sort of leap over with your halfling form, and you stand at the entrance of this large office. The office has 3 desks that are situated literally around the room. You have one that faces towards, as if it was facing the front of the house, facing a large window. Near the back, you see a larger desk.
I can speak now!
Hooray!
My dad has vacated the building!
The dad has left the building. Alright. Trilly, let's see, go back to my notes here. So the back there, you see a larger desk that goes lengthways. You can see from where you're standing that there are a couple of other books and things on the floor. You do notice a load of papers as well from your glance. But from where you are, you don't see much of it. But you also see on the other side, above the smaller desk, you see what looks like the remains of a painting. You see the top of the painting ripped. You see basically part of the top of the painting has been ripped off, basically as if it was the head, the shoulders, and a bit of the arms that have been ripped off. You see what looks like a nice formal suit is what you can see from yours. So if you wish to check it, I'll allow you to make an investigation check, please.
Yeah, Trilly will investigate.
Okay. I'll wait for Trilly to get her. Number, and I'll get to your results.
An investigation of nothing. Yay!
Hey! So, question: does anyone know where things could be lurking? 14. Okay, that's not bad. All right.
I got 3 deaths after this, and I'm gonna do them all. Yay!
Fair enough. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, let's start in the order that we got them. So, Zelion, you're first.
Okay.
So, Zelion, you enter the large dining area. As you go inside, you do see on the far end there is another door, but you can see that it's been not quite ripped off the hinges. It's basically been ripped off the top. The bottom it's still hanging as if it's blocking the view, but as you peer inside, just briefly going around the room and looking inside, you see that there's the entrance to the kitchen on that side. As you walk around, you do see like bits of clothing. You do see what looks like sort of broken cutlery and a broken vase on the same time. You see some wilted flowers that were probably sitting inside it. Near one of the nearby desks, which would be used to house the cutlery, you do notice that there is something that catches your eye. You see what looks like a small. Let me double check my notes here because it's on the other page. As if I have the right page. I could do it. I could DM. I could Danger Mouse. Sorry.
Danger Mouse!
Still I do. I tell you what you found. Sorry. Yeah, so what you do that you do see right there, you do see what looks like a small vial. But the vial is completely empty.
Okay, it's complete. Wait. Oh wait, could you repeat that? What was completely empty?
You look near the desk where the cutlery is, and basically just sort of sticking out from underneath it, there is what looks like a small, empty vial.
Okay, I reach out and pick up the vial.
Okay. As you look over the vial, you see that the vial is pure glass. You do see that there's nothing inside of it, but there is a very strong smell that sort of still lingers from it. It's not completely strong, but what you do smell from it is a very weird smell of mint.
Mint. This isn't poison, right?
That would be almonds.
Yeah, so the answer is no, it's not poisonous.
So...
If it would be, it'd be affecting you now.
Interesting.
But because you got a 21, though, there is something you do also notice of the vial.
Okay.
You do notice that there is what looks like a small... you actually look near where the vial was, and you see a piece of paper that was there. And on the piece of paper that's close to it, you see one word on it.
Okay.
Mind.
Mind.
Yes.
That's...
No, Trilly!
Trilly!
Yeah, so you got a vial and there's a piece of paper with the word mind.
Okay, so...
Alright.
Okay.
So while that's going on, Ursula!
It's meant,
And since I can talk now, this is gonna be fun.
Alright, so to tell you that right in front of you, there are 4 books. There is a green one, there is a blue one, there is a slightly run-down red one, and a slightly run-down blue one. Which is
I pick up the blue one that's slightly run down.
Okay. You pick up the book, and you look on the cover, and The cover reads Essence of Life.
Essence of Life.
Yes.
Interesting.
Do you...
I flipped through the book.
Okay. So you briefly look through the book, but it does look like it's a load of words, and it talks about the nature of life and how life is filled with essences of not just blood, but also the sense of souls and things like that. It's basically a really deep book, but there is a But as you turn to basically a chapter in the book, you see that there's the first page of a chapter that reads Mythical Essences.
I'll have to look at that later then. I closed the book and put it in with my satchel.
Okay.
Then I pick up the slightly worn down red book.
Okay. The slightly run down red book that you find, there isn't much of value to it, but the book is a book that simply reads gems.
I find disinterested in it and put down the book.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
I look around the shelves of books, and I see a yellow book on a shelf. Can that be a thing?
No, I need to be the one to declare that.
Oh shoot! Okay,
Yeah, DMs are the ones.
look
to
at the
declare
shelves. Look
Okay.
at the shelves.
Okay, I will say based on the 15 that you got, I will say that you do sense that basically based on what you see, there are a good few books on the floor, but from what you can tell that a good few of these books are actually missing. But you can't tell exactly how many, though. Alright, well...
I think I'll go to the desk then and start searching there for answers.
Okay, I'll let you check that in a moment. Trilly, your turn. Trilly, as you check around the room, you look over the few desks that you can see. Which desks do you check, by the way?
All of them.
All of them, okay. Tell me the order that you're checking. So just to let you know, there's the one with the painting, the one by the window, or there's the large one.
Let's check the painting, then the window, and we'll leave the large one for last.
Okay. So, you make your way to the one with the painting, and you get a good look at this large painting that you can see. As mentioned before, you can't see the head, the shoulders, or bits of the arm, but you can still make out that the owner of this painting was probably a very wealthy person. But as you make your way to the desk, you see that there is a small quill on there that is still dipped in ink.
Bless you.
You see that also on the desk there is what looks like bits of ink that have been spilled all over it, probably from the signs of a struggle, but you don't see anything else of interest. You try a few of the drawers though, but they are locked.
Aww.
So you check in the window one next?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way over to the window one, and you slowly look over it. You see a slightly similar situation based on the other desk, that there's ink blots all over the place, but this time you see the file that's been knocked over and a large black trail drips down all across there, and from what you can tell, there's a large black splodge basically indicating that the ink slipped on the floor. At this point, you do see that one of the desk drawers on this one is slightly open.
Ooh, I'm having a look in there.
Okay. Alright. In fact, as you open it up, you actually pull it back, and as you pull it back, you hear this And at this point, you are actually being shot by an arrow.
Oh boy.
Nobody forgot.
Hey, that's my thing.
Nobody forgot to check for traps. So let's see, Trilly. That is a 12 to hit.
Armor class of 14. Nope.
Damn it! Right. As you hear this clicking noise, you react suddenly, and as you hear it, you're like, "Hang on a minute!" And you watch as the arrow flies out of this chest drawer. You do dodge it briefly out of the way, but it does catch you by surprise as the fact you did literally just react. So at this point, you're going to take half of this roll. That is an 8. So you take 4 points of piercing damage. As the arrow does sort of dig into your shoulder just a little bit, but based on your movement, you do just miss where it could have hit you something more vital.
Watch out, guys! Desks are armed!
Yeah, now you tell us.
Well, nobody checked. Cool. Nobody checked. Cool. The meta pigeon sits on top of Magnus's head.
Okay.
If I had working arms, I would strangle that bird.
Why is it now I'm expecting
All right.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't expect the spiral thing. When I get my flippers on that rotten bear. Anyway.
Well, I'm going to presume now that the drawer has shot its arrow,
Yep.
that I'm safe to have a look at the contents of it.
Okay. You look
Hopefully
inside.
shot again.
Yeah, that's fine. You do look inside, and you actually find a small bag of coin. You actually do pocket
Ooh.
35 gold.
Not bad.
All right. As you move over to the other area, Ursula, you're checking the desk, are you?
Yes, and I heard that warning, so I'm going to make a perception check.
Okay,
please.
yes, so you're going to check for traps. So, do make a perception check just to make sure on a trap, please.
So it's slash roll.
A d20 and add your perception. 4.
Damn it!
It looks like a nice desk. That's all you can tell. Do you choose to check the drawers?
I will check the. You said there was a safe there, right?
There are two. The desk has 2 drawers. One of them is locked. One of them is slightly open.
Since I have thieves' tools, I'm gonna use that on the locked drawer.
Oh, all right. These tools. Give me a sec. Okay, so does it tell you how to pick the lock with those tools?
I'm trying to look, and I'm trying to see if it does.
Okay.
Nope, it doesn't tell me how to use them.
Okay, well, I'll say in this case, roll a d20 and add a sleight of hand check. Actually, is that right? No. Okay, I'll tell you what. Roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. This is basically to see if you know how to pick the lock.
Okay, intelligence.
So d20 plus your intelligence. If it's
Okay.
wrong, I'll apologize.
Alright, here we go. Cross your fingers.
14.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
It does take you a little bit after hearing the warning, but after picking the lock, you do hear a... And you do...
I stop.
And you do hear... And you can tell that you have picked the lock, just as a heads up.
Okay.
Alright. Do you choose to look inside?
After that warning, I'm conflicted. Do I make another perception check?
If you want to check for traps, then yes. If you want to just
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be double sure. I'm rolling again.
Okay, so make a perception check this time.
Perception check. Let's
Yes.
see. That's. Damn it all!
5. You just admire your handiwork, knowing the fact you picked the lock. That's all.
Come on! Is it because my dad was here I have the power?
Daddy
Is that
it? Well, up to you. What do you wish to do?
Ah, fuck it. I have an arm. I'll do it.
Okay. So, you do open the drawer, and as you open it, you do hear a noise.
Uh-oh.
It's just
Jeez.
it's just the sound of a drawer opening. That's all.
Chris!
Honestly, I
I'm
thought it
gonna
was
pay
gonna
you back for that later.
I honestly thought it was gonna be a mimic.
No, not in this scenario. I haven't gone that far yet.
Why did I say anything?
The DM will remember this creature.
Damn it.
Anyway.
The DM remembers all.
So as you open,
Knows all, sees all.
so as you open the drawer, you do see that there is also a coin pouch in here. You pocket with
sweet.
you pocket with this. You pocket 16 gold and 2 silver.
Nice.
I rolled for that one, just as the heads up.
Alright.
Alright, so Trilly, just before we carry on there, so Trilly, you check the large desk. You see that this desk is largely made and has been fantastically detailed. You see gold rims that go across it. And as you glance yourself around with your halfling form, it's essentially only just covering up your eye level, so you can just only see the top of this desk. But as you sort of look around, you see a large wooden chair that's been knocked over around the back. But you do see what you see scattered on the floor is what looks like some paper that has been ripped out.
Ooh.
You
I'm
also...
having.
So, what are you doing there, Trill? Sorry?
I shall investigate the torn out papers.
Okay.
Brownie, I got one question. You paralyzed me so they would explore this place, didn't you?
I actually just paralyzed because I just paralyzed. That's all I did it for. I did it for fun.
Sure you did.
So wait,
Totally
how much
not,
gold and
because I
silver
would
did I
ruin the
find
plot.
again?
You found 16 gold and 2 silver.
16, so that would mean I have 56 gold. And how much silver again?
2.
2. Okay, cool.
Yeah, alright.
Just had to add that to my character on D&D Beyond.
Yep, D&D Beyond does not sponsor this stream. I wish.
Please sponsor us!
Sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. Anyway, so Trilly, you look over the papers, and what you see on the papers is it looks like the form of a diary.
Someone left their diary behind. Oh, I'm reading this.
Okay. Oh, I was waiting for this. Yes. Sorry, I'm excited here. Okay. So Trilly, as you look over, you do see that some of the writing has been smeared on the top, but you do make out that there is a large paragraph that you can read. Tell me, what are you fluent in?
Where
Yeah, what's your language?
I am fluent in Common, Halfling, and Elvish.
Okay. Elvish is what you needed.
Yee.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Gotta put the right music on. It's back! All right. So, let me see here. So, obviously this is written in Elvish, but what you can make out so far is the following phrases. Written to you to confirm about the history of Jirai. We don't know much about it, but we believe it could help our fair city in its time of need. I trust you that you can be able to be the one to create or find the scepter of Jirai. With this, we could be able to keep Helix safe for the years to come during the next insect immigration. Things are looking tough as every year they seem to get more and more restless as they approach through our city on the way to their mating grounds. Why they choose to stop by our fair city and choose to treat us as their feeding ground, we still don't know. All we ask is that you be able to create the scepter, or you can find the previous bearer of it, in order to keep our city safe. All we know is it will require a simple ingredient, but whether we'll be able to find it is the other exception. All I know is it involves a shard that is colored gold. Using its magic, using its power, and using its divine, we can be able to... The rest is smeared at this point. But you do see a name at the bottom of the letter, or the diary, shall we call it. It is, you see the name, Lorna. At this point, after this paragraph is here, on the next page, you actually see the proper part of the diary. It is still written, it is actually written in common this time. And it reads the following, and it reads the following. After 3 weeks, I finally have the answer. I can finally make the Scepter of Jirai. It only took a simple thing, as Mayor Lorna said. It required the shard of a black dragon. It was lucky enough that we managed to find a willing bearer in order to happen to do it. He actually came and visited me the other day. Said he was willing to help for the cause of Monu, for the cause of Helix. It was quite a pleasant sight. Although it was quite interesting to see the way he come in. But who am I to bear? It is quite rare to see a dragonborn come and venture in this town. But either way, I'm glad that my research has been able to push me to create the Scepter of Jirai. We simply must celebrate this the next time I get the chance to see him. And the next diary point at that reads just 3 words. It has begun. And that's all you can make out for the moment.
God damn it, I hate cliffhangers.
Please tell me that's the end of it, because I gotta go in about 10 minutes.
I'd say we're getting close to it. It depends. I mean, you can disappear off and you can get the info if you want, dude. It's up to you.
Then again, I am paralyzed. Probably won't be for until next session.
We're paralyzed for a good bit. Right. Well,
So this is actually coming handy.
for now, yeah.
You're not to sound rude, but you're kind of useless at this point.
You're getting stabbed next. Don't tempt the half-orc.
I did say I didn't want to sound rude.
You still might get stabbed.
He's
Note taken. I'll remember that.
He's magnusless.
I'm merciless. Does this look like the face of mercy?
No, it looks like the guy. It looks like the guy who failed the check.
You're not useless. You've been a fantastic listener for.
I would rather slit my own throat than listen to another one of your fucking stories.
But
Don't you touch me! Don't you dare touch me!
No. Anyway. So, that is all you have from your contents of your rooms, guys.
I think Trilly's going to stick her head out of the room she went into and say, is anyone any good with locks? And also I found some writing about a place called Jirai.
I'm good with locks.
If I were unparalyzed, I could have just knocked down the door.
I've only picked like 1 or 2 locks, but that's it.
You're the rogue. You should have picked at least 30.
I'm not the rogue. I'm the bard.
Oh right. Who's the rogue?
That's Heidi.
Then you should have picked at least 30 locks.
Hey!
Because
Alright,
I've got a lock. Because the door I was going in was locked, and I've got a locked drawer in here.
Hey,
Alright, I'm gonna make my way out to the foyer.
Aren't I right? Was there drawers in the room I was in?
The only thing of the drawers you were in is basically they were basically just cutlery drawers.
Okay. Is there anything that's left intact? Is there any silverware that's left intact?
Just a couple of standard little ones like knives and forks and stuff like that.
But everything else, there's.
Yep. Basically, everything else is either broken, damaged, or wrecked.
All right. All right. I pocket the vial and the paper, and then just leave the room. I found a vial that smells like peppermint, and I found this piece of paper that just says "mind" on it.
Mind?
Yeah, I have that's all it's written, and I don't know what it means.
Can I see it real quick?
Okay. I take out the mind paper and hand it to Ursula.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Can I roll for a history check?
I'd say yeah. Go ahead.
Alright. Let's roll.
While she's doing that, I turned to Trilly and said, "You said you had papers on Jirai, right?"
Yeah, they mentioned the history of Jirai and the scepter of Jirai and something about a shard.
Shard?
Yep, have a look.
Okay. Okay. I take a look at the papers.
How's your Elvish?
Oh, I'm pretty fluent in it. My mother taught me Elvish.
All right.
Oh, good. Might need it.
You can read exactly what I told. You can read you can read exactly everything that was mentioned.
Oh, right. Gold shard. Wait, what?
Alright. While this is going on, Ursula, you look over the piece of paper. You cannot recognize the handwriting.
Damn it. I thought it would lead me to something, but can't.
Okay. That's interesting. I looked at Trilly, and then I say, and then to Trilly. Okay, so I found a book out. Do you think? Okay, so I found a book outside. I pull out the burnt book that I found and try to see if the pages from the diary match any of the tearings of the book.
So you open it up and you place it there. They match.
Well, oh, whoa. Weird. And you hold up. You said they matched, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, this is spooky.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna make my way behind them to the red door and start lockpicking.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. So do the same as before. D20 plus your intelligence modifier, please.
Okay. Okay. Mind if while she's picking the lock, mind if I just try to what else I can of the book without damaging it?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, Shirley would like to know what happens after it has begun.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
what's the thing for the lockpicking again?
D20 plus intelligence modifier. That's the way I've got it here.
Intelligence plus 2, okay.
Yeah, it could be wrong,
Okay,
but I don't know. Alright. Well,
There we go.
21. Right. I'll get to you in a minute.
What to make?
Well, for you, because you've already looked through the book and such, I'll say that but you don't have to make a roll for it, you're fine. So when you put the stuff together, on the next page after that one, you actually do notice that there is a picture that you see written on there. The picture that is after the ripped out segment is the picture of a large scorpion. The scorpion basically has ginormous claws, and on its stinger, you actually see that it doesn't have just one point like a normal scorpion, it has 3 points on it instead. You see basically what looks like giant fangs that stick out of its mouth as well. And you see what looks like in front of it as a lone figure that's basically holding a large stick in its hand. And off the stick is what looks like a base of radiant light. And underneath it is basically the following phrase. Jirai is mastery of life, of nature. Jirai conquers life, eternal. Jirai commands life, eternally, unwillingly.
Oh. What? Wow.
I know, what awful writing.
No, I mean, just so whatever this Jirai is, the scepter of Jirai, was it meant to control? Is it meant to control the insects?
That's sort of the gist of what I got from reading it.
And from what it sounds like, the insects. This isn't the first time Helix has been attacked by insects. Or were they? They're just trying to get through. Why are they? If they're just trying to get through Helix, why are they attacking?
Well, from what I recall, the pages said it was the mating ground, the breeding ground. So they probably kicked all the bugs out to start with, built the city. The bugs probably want it back.
It would make sense. I kind of look over to Ursula to see if he's opened the door.
Alright, Magnus, see you in a bit, dude.
Alright, sorry, I heard my name. I was looking at a dead game. What was it?
It's alright. So, well, first of all, Chopper's disappearing off. He has to disappear off the classes. While that's going on...
Alright, bye, Chopper!
He's already gone. Alright, Ursula. In no time flat, after your experience with the last one, you effortlessly, with a smirk on your face, you pick the lock in record time. Just as they were just mentioning about the Scepter of Jirai, you click the lock.
And I flinch.
Yep. Yeah, so when Scepter of Jirai is made, Ursula just flinches up. Just suddenly, just wide-eyed, but her back is facing you. But you just see her just stand completely still.
You all right, Ursula?
I remain silent, and you see me shaking just a little. I pick the lock.
Okay. I go up to the. Is there anything inside?
I haven't checked yet.
Yep, no one's entered.
All right. I will go up to the door and take a peek inside.
All right. You slowly push the door back, and inside, you notice what looks like an alchemy lab. And at that point, and that's where we're actually going to stop the episode.
Oh!
I planned this all! That was the
You
end.
evil bastard!
I planned the ending!
I have just one last thing to say. Dibs!
Well, the question is whether
All taking time to this room?
Hmm?
Time to this room.
I chose the door first.
Technically he did, yeah. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Alright, anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for tonight's episode. So, I hope you guys have had a fantastic time watching this one. So, let's see what goes on with the rest of this epidemic. So, will Goldie be able to make it to the team in time? What is lurking behind the alchemist's door? And more importantly, will Magnus be able to wake up from his paralysis, or is he gonna have to put up with some mugbeard storytelling? Well,
Let's hope it's the latter.
And will the raven reach Goldie in time?
That's an important one, yeah.
or the better response, will she even notice the raven? All right.
Oh boy.
Well, the raven was sent to go to her, so it'll go straight to her, wouldn't it?
It doesn't have that long of distance to travel.
Well, the question
If we're lucky, she might notice when it falls in her head.
Probably. All right. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for tonight's live stream. So, with that said, if you were charged for joy with this stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and check out the other videos on the channel. So, next week, guys, things might be a little bit different, but we'll have to see exactly what goes on because I've got a bit of news from Heidi, because obviously we need to find out exactly what we've got for plans and things. But with that said, I hope everyone is looking forward to see where this goes, because now every single one is basically... Well, Kotler liked that one.
Thanks, Cot!
As the team enters the door, what dangers await them in the alchemist's lab? Only you will find out on the next episode of Perception Check Z.
Dun dun dun!
Thank you. Thank you. All right, but with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see what happens next time. So until then, it's goodbye from your Dungeon Master, Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, saying that I hope you guys must have load roll, so it's time to go. So it's goodbye from our players, it's goodbye from Raven.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Delancey.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Aeon.
Bye!
And it's goodbye from Ursula. I mean, Heidi.
And let's just hope my dad doesn't stay the day that's next week. That way I can fully participate, because that really sucked, honestly. So, anyways, bye!
Alright, and with that said, I hope you guys are gonna have a grand old time. Anyway, with that said, this is Brownie of the Joy Chart Gamers, signing off on Let's Play Live Dungeons & Dragons. Until then, guys, stay charged and catch you all later! Goodbye!
Bye!
Bye!
Beer!